When Helene sent pouring rain down on these mountains, peaceful streams turned into raging rivers, leaving behind rocky ground where there was once fertile soil. The good news, there are mountains of help just 200 miles away.
Getting the compost to the mountains is kind of like moving a mountain to the mountains.
Charlie Rankin is a neighbor first and a farmer second. And when Hurricane Helene hit more than 6 months ago, he wanted to help right away.
A lot of farms in the western North Carolina mountains that have had to just completely close up.
Hey there, friends. The truck I'll be following today is hauling grass.
Charlie and his wife run a nonprofit called Meet My Neighbor Productions, which they started to educate people about agriculture and connect consumers with where their food comes from. For Charlie, watching farmers struggle was personal.
I had heard the stories of western North Carolina, but I didn't necessarily put it in perspective until I went out there.
Many farms lost valuable soil this year due to the record-setting rainfall produced by Helene. Through his nonprofit, Charlie bought compost for farmers from Brooks Contractors, but there were challenges along the way.
1,000 cubic yards is a lot of dump trucks. We knew the challenge was going to be getting the compost out there.
Working with Brooks was just fantastic. They were so quick to respond, so eager to help. Came out here on a Saturday morning.
Kavita Hardy is the executive director of Dig In Yancey Community Garden. Elevation, just under 3,000 feet. One of the many farms in Yancey County impacted by the torrential rainfall.
There's a creek right along the road that overflowed its banks. A lot of sand was deposited and some of the topsoil washed away there.
Dig In,
That looks like about the right width.
works with the community to grow and share the food from the moment it's planted to the point it's picked. And then even sets up tables at food sharing markets where folks can get the food they grow for free.
We like to say that access to fresh food is a right and not a privilege, and that we grow food for anybody who eats food, which is everybody.
But funding has been rescinded for some federally funded food programs this year, and Hardy is concerned about the impact to her community.
There's a lot to be seen about how that both impacts our community's access to fresh food, but also the outlets that farmers have in order to sell their food and feed their communities, which is really unfortunate at this moment where folks are really trying to rebuild and make it as farmers.
Despite the uncertainty, Hardy has found hope. Hope that was planted in the fall and is just starting to sprout.
You know, you're doing it at this moment where everything is looking dead and dejected, and you are getting together and planting it and trusting that you will be there and the garlic will be there the next season.
In Yancey County, Tom Miners, Spectrum News 1.